Hi guys, welcome back to another Daily Tarot card. These are your Daily Tarot cards for Wednesday, March 29th, 2023. Today we're pulling from the Enchanted Forest Tarot cards. So we have a lot of messages coming in from Universe and they're saying, caution, you are missing a lot of them. We have the combination of elements. We have the Forger. So this could be family, combination elements, family, friends, family, some friends are like family, work family. It's just like combination elements. We got the Three of Cups, so it could be like that when they're talking about those three. It could be, like I said, your family dynamic. This could be because we are coming into Passover, into Easter. The Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. But they're saying this combination of elements is what's going to get you through this. We have the Eight of Spells coming in here. So we have major messages coming through. Major downloads. You may find feathers along your walking trails along your day. I can see one under my wall unit right now. So it could be significant in saying, like, we are with you in this time. Like, for us, it's been chaotic for 4 weeks. You know what I mean? And it's just like, one thing that always came to my mind is Yahweh and Yeshua, and it put a big smile on my face, even when I shouldn't be smiling. Like, it was not a smiling situation. You know what I mean? But it's just like they are there. They're taking care of things, even though we cannot understand what's transpiring, what's taking place. It's just like they are there with us. They will clear the path. They literally said to me, "We will clear the path for you." Even though, like, at the beginning of this, I was just like, "Oh my!" Like, I could not even wrap my head around this. Like, I was in such shock, And they're just like, "Don't worry, we got this." We have the Nine of Visions. So they're saying, close your eyes and make a wish and do it from wholeheartedly, So, for me, this is something I put on my vision board. This is something I've asked for. So it's like, it's not that I don't want to do it wholeheartedly. I just don't want to do it. When it comes to moving, it's like, the chaos of it all, like the organization. I don't mind the organization, but it's just like packing, getting that situated, sitting there, you know what I mean? Like, I already sat there, put it on my vision board. Filled out an application. So it's just like trusting the universe for it to happen. I am not forcing myself to put myself in a situation where it's like the Mold Mouse house, spending all that money to sit there and move and settle, make sure everything's good for the kids, and then it blows up in our face. You know what I mean? So it's just like, I'm doing this right. I'm trusting the universe, divine creator, Gaia, Mother Earth, Yahweh, Yeshua. I'm trusting the higher self, that everything will work out. And it's hard right now. It's like these shadow thoughts come in. Or it's just like, remember when this person did this? And it's like, I can't live in the past. I could just pray that this person is hopefully changed, which they've already shown they haven't. But it's just like, I trust the universe. I will figure it out some way. They will give me some great idea of how to figure this out. You know what I mean? We have the Five of Boons. So this is very reminiscent of the Five of Cups, being left out in the cold, isolation. But this, I feel like, going back to that, going back to the, what was it, Nine of Wands, where this is more in our head, We got to be careful of that. We don't want to make any emotional prison that is not for us, because it's easy to slip into that. You know what I mean? This is happening, and this is happening, and brr, 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 brr. You know what I mean? And the biggest gift through this is universe is saying we are missing a lot of signs. Even with the Four of Visions down here, where they have the bird of the air, they have a dragonfly. It's like, they are there to encourage you. They are there showing we are with you. We got the Two of Wands. Geez, what deck was that? I can't remember what deck it was, but it was this week, and it was the Two of Wands, and it shows me the universe has our back. And it's like, you are missing all these opportunities, and it's like miracles are happening, and you're not even aware of those miracles. There are things that are happening, and you're not being grateful for those miracles. And it's like, for myself, and I'm just saying this as an example, I never push whatever I do onto anyone. You do what resonates with you. Where if with me, I ask for things, and I've been asking a lot lately. I'm not oblivious to that. And it's just like, I go on my knees and I thank Yahweh and Yeshua, because it's just like, you know what? That could have turned poorly. That, you know what I mean? Like, there was a situation a couple weeks ago, this is the week after everything blew up. And I was fried. And that's not an excuse, but I didn't realize my mic was on. at work and I swore and I was just, oops, and it's just like, I apologize, but it's just like, still, like, you know what I mean? Like, I should be aware of those things, but I'm just like, it was the end of the last 12 minutes figures. The whole week I behaved. Last 12 minutes, it was on me. It's like, come on, you know? But, it's just like pushing forward, you know? It's just, how can we get through this? How can we push forward, And I'm just grateful to the universe that, I have a great boss that's understanding and just like, I know what you're going through. Like, I was just like, should I say anything? I was like, no, it's fine. We won't share nothing. Keep it to yourself. And he literally called me and I'm like, crap. And I just lost it. Like, ugh. You know what I mean? I didn't mean to, but I'm just like, oh my gosh. It's just like, I'm being strong for other people. And it's just like, well, it's just wrong time to call. But we have the 4 of challenges, and I feel they were saying sapling. So I feel like this is, we kept getting like the Fool. So this is this beginning stages. And it's like, instead of concentrating on growing outward, because look at me, I'm a big strong tree. No, it's grounding yourself. They're showing, get your roots deeper. So they're showing in the sense, like right now we're in New Brunswick and it's perpetual hell of snow. 5 months of snow right now. I'm over it. But it's just like, every time I say that, it snows again. I love the snow. Maybe it'll be summer tomorrow. But they're showing, these young roots going in deeper. They're saying as the ground is thawing, it's like, get yourself deeper. So as things, I guess, maybe lighten up and get a little easier, meditate and make yourself strong. Get yourself emotionally strong, mentally strong, physically strong. Get yourself in a good place. If you've been neglecting your diet lately, okay, let's, like literally my mom gave us a box of our case of Kraft dinner. So I was just like, okay, it's something simple. I didn't feel like cooking anything major. I made Kraft dinner and hot dogs. You know what I mean? And I was just like, my son's like, oh, we should have some salad. And I'm like, yeah, that's a good idea. So we threw it in the bowl and then you put the pasta on top of it. So you're eating more salad than pasta. Your bowl is full, you know what I mean? But you're still eating your salad in there. So it's just like things like that, with vitamins. You guys see me with my kids call it swamp water. That I drink because it's like, I'm doing what's best for me. I'm getting older. I'm not young, doing 3 trucks a week for Tim Hortons anymore. It's just like, my body's getting eeky and creaky. So it's like, gotta nurture the body. You gotta take care of it, So it's just like doing those things. And I feel like, and I'm not trying to scare anyone or anything like that. It's just, preparing ourselves after Easter. I feel like it is going to be retrograde. I feel like everyone that's going through excuse my language, poop right now will be the light for others. You will be the rock for others. You will get them through those situations. You know what I mean? It's just like, unfortunately, sometimes you are dragging your feet so much, the universe has to sit there and push you. You know what I mean? It's cruddy the way that our situation happened, but I feel like this is the best for both. I wish I could do more for the one person there, but it's just, I'm limited on what I could do. So I could love you and support you. That's all I can do for you at this time. But when the situation changes, I will definitely be doing more. You know what I mean? It's just, the universe sees that. They know my heart. If I could do more, I would. Just grateful that I have strong people around us that are helping us out right now. So, that's all you can do sometimes is love at a distance and support them. But one of the channel messages, and I'm not trying to scare anyone, and I'm not saying this is going to happen. This is what I was told. So it was a channel message. This is not something I saw with my eyes. So they were showing, a tabloid, a gossip site. I'm not going to say which one. And they were showing that Hulk Hogan has passed. You know what I mean? So I pray that this does not happen. Retrograde celebrities do pass away. I don't know if he's suffering from anything, but I feel like this will be something out of the blue. So maybe he's like taking his boat out. And I know that, I'm not sure if they made the move to Florida or anything like that, because this is going back to his show in the early 2000s, but a lot has changed since then. But I'm not sure if he's still doing the motorboats or not. And there's something that happens there, maybe because he's alone and he's not able to get medical help or something. But I pray nothing happens to him. We grew up in the 80s, and Hulk Hogan was one of those people that we always look forward to wrestling. And, Even as, all these different, wrestling shows came out, like, Monday Night Raw and all that stuff. It's like, that's something that's been a part of our life. I pray nothing happens. I never wish anything on anyone, well, one person, but, they know who they are. But you may get channel messages like that regarding your life, So I've been getting a lot of, messages lately, and I've been sharing them. I told specifically to one person, I'm like, they were saying this, and she's just happy about it. So we're going to start with the forge. The forge represents the blending of elements to achieve balance. Time spent in fire must be balanced in water. Metamorphically speaking, the blade is stressed by the flames and then blessed with the living water. So you think about baptisms, you think about christenings and stuff like that. Combining stress and blessings results in strength. So strength is one of the words that was very potent with how our year is going to be. So, the fact the strength card was there kind of told us what kind of year it was going to be, bravery, courage, strength, resilience, leave behind all fear, worry, and doubt. And we're getting a lot of these knockings of the Five of Pentacles and the Five of Cups, the Three of Swords. Balance, temperance. So going with the flow. We can go with the flow of things, but it's just like, how can I help these people help them? You know what I mean? Like, there's been a lot of scenarios where it's just like, even though people's hearts are this and they would do that, it's like, that's not me. You know what I mean? In my situation, I can go tit for tat, but that's not me. That's not who Yahweh and Yeshua have raised me to be. This is not who my dad raised me to be. My dad would be severely disappointed in me if I was petty. And my dad is like the pinnacle of that. There are certain situations where things happened that shouldn't have happened, and he could blame them, but he loved the living out of his parents. You know what I mean? And it's just like, he never blamed anyone. He just is like, poop happens, And he just had this way of life. He always had a smile on his face, and it's like, things happen, and all you could do is keep moving forward. You know what I mean? Like, I really look up to him in that way. It's just like, even though that situation happened, it's just like, you know what I mean? It's like, it's in the past, and there's nothing we could do about it. Either we could let that bitter seed be planted in us and become and carry on that chaos, or we could sit there and let it die right there. And then it's like, if this will not continue forward. He was he broke that curse. You know what I mean? So I really applaud him for that. Moderation. Element harmony. Strength that comes from enduring suffering. Yeah. You know what I mean? Unfortunately, and, we say this a lot. It's like, in these times, unfortunately, that is what makes us strong. That is what's going to push us forward. It's horrible. I wish, like, if Shane was here and he could take care of the kids, I would sit there and trade places with that person so they wouldn't have to endure that. They've been through enough, But I feel like this is really going to push them forward. I feel like it really opened their eyes. So, the Eight of Spells. The appearance of owls in a reading signifies news is on the way. It also means that energy is increasing for an endeavor to which you may apply your full will and intention. Things are speeding up and moving forward in a positive conclusion or reward. Watch the skies. Always watching the skies. Take Sunny out, We were actually heading to the doctor's, I believe, and we saw an eagle. I haven't seen eagles in a while, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, I was so happy to see it. My dad. It's hard to soar like an eagle when you're flying with a bunch of turkeys. That was his favorite thing to say. News, incoming messages, swiftness, aiming towards a goal. And I feel like you may have been getting knockings of that. I kind of feel like I may have. I should have I can't say that word. I should have sat there and fixed that situation, but whatever. Whatever is meant for me will be in my life. You know what I mean? So that's the way I see it. So the 9 of Vision. This is the wishing card. It signifies that your wish will come true. As it often the case with forest elements, there's a catch. The wish must be true. You must want it, visualize it, and believe it's yours. Frivolous wishes can be undesired results. A half-hearted wish are ignored by the magic well. Take your time, decide what you want, don't waste your wish. Combination of elements in your favor. Faith and positivity outcome. Wish fulfillment. Good fortune. So we are definitely getting a lot of good fortune kind of cards coming up here, which is great, but always remember and be thankful when those things happen. Things that you prayed for. So 5 of Boots. They're showing here with these 2 children that, out of nowhere, in the midst of winter, strawberries bloom. And it actually leads them to a path towards the house. So this kind of reminds me of Hansel and Gretel. But hopefully it's not in a bad way. But it's like they're looking for food, and it actually leads to a cottage. That could be their home. You know what I mean? So it's just like, look around with, you know what I mean? They're sitting there concentrating on the strawberries, but if they followed that path or looked up, lifted their heads, they would see that there's a warm home for them to stay in. You may think you could be missing something as obvious as strawberries in the snow. Be beaten down by distractions, which makes it hard to recognize comfort when it is offered. Who knows how many miracles are overlooked? You may be missing one right now. Stop feeling sorry for yourself and look around. I feel like it's like, get out of your head. Like I always sit there and it's like, this place isn't in a desirable area because of the fact that it's like, I don't drive. I just was working. I've been working since since I was 21. And it's just like, being in an area where you could be more independent. I know it's coming. You know what I mean? But it's just like, at the same time, I'm grateful because this house gave me peace. This house got me out of my widow fog. This house pushed me into opening up to being a healer. I was scared of it, and it's just, I was afraid of failing. I was afraid that I would look like a fool. And it's just like, I've evolved, very much how the Fool evolves in the tarot deck. And it's just like, keep believing. It's just like, the how much I've delved into the Hebrew faith. And, every year that I'm in it, it's just like, it's like more is open and revealed, So it's like, this house has given me peace that I was searching for a very long time. So it's just like, even though it doesn't look what you want it to be, it's like, see it as the blessing that it is. Who knows what many miracles you overlook. You may be missing something right now. Stop feeling sorry for yourself. Look around. So poverty needs... So this is in the reverse. Finding strawberries in the snow is a task often given by spiteful storybook stepmothers. Magic fruit can only be found by those who are generous and kind. And I feel like that's where universe is just like, even though people try to make situations for you, a spiteful person maybe try to make, they really need me now, or blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? Like, kind of like in this way where they're out in the snow and she's just like, oh, I'll make my cottage nice and warm. Like, that's where I get that very Hansel and Gretel kind of energy. It's like, they need shelter, they need food. But I feel like in this way, where it's like spirit is blessing you with this, and they're leading you to a path that will, lead to this, for them, shelter, a home. This card shows there is an opportunity for you to find some peace. Even though you still have challenges ahead, get out of the winter wood for one. Determined by sanctuary could look like and feel like, an instinct on unveiling yourself of it. When you are in the midst of conflict, take time out can often lead to greater clarity and a situation to the strife. So my son was like, Mom, you need to meditate, because he could see like I was being strong for someone. And it's just like, I feel feelings about this too. You know what I mean? But it's just like, I'm trying to be strong for them. So on my own time, it's like, I just felt bad for the other person, and, I bawled. And it's just like, regrouping myself, kind of like this tree where they're saying, get your roots deeper. There is nothing to be gained by pursuing the problem right now. Gathering your inner resources and replenishing your spiritual strength. Sanctuary in time of trouble. A temporary peace. And that's where I was like, I've been saying this is going to be a temporary peace, and I feel like it's like we're going back to it. And sure enough, I'm like, honestly, when this hit 4 weeks ago, I'm like, damn, is it a retrograde? Like, what the heck is going on here? So 4 vision. You have forgotten where you left your bliss. You may have been hoping for an emotional lottery win or an earth-shaking empathy to awaken your enthusiasm. The truth is, lasting happiness is made up of small moments. It is just a matter of opening your eyes to the wonder around you. And, when we came here and it was just like, we went fishing and it was just like the babbling brook, like the beautiful, like trees. Like, I love being out. Like, I even said that to Shane. We were there that summer at the house in North York before he passed. And, I was like, I'm a country person. I said, I want to be close enough that I could still go shopping and everything. I said, but this is heaven on earth. All the trees that were there, the sun would peek through the leaves. Oh my gosh, it was stunning. I have some pictures of the boys. We had a higher backyard. You would have to go down some stones, and then you had a lower backyard. But oh my goodness, it was like heaven on earth. It was like your own little Garden of Eden. You know what I mean? Like, you would go out into the world, get what you needed, and then you just have your little place of heaven. It was just, stunning, And I said, like, we had talked about moving to Guelph because there was an opportunity there for him. And I'm like, wherever you go, we'll go. I'm like, I could do my work anywhere, So he's like, okay, Unfortunately, it didn't work out that way, but, it's just like finding those things that give you peace. For me, sitting outside, like, we'll garden and whatever, and just sitting down, drinking your water, and just, like, seeing the birds of the air, and, you know what I mean, the beautiful trees, and hearing the wind rustle through the trees, I'm like, that's peace. That's, that's bliss. So dissatisfaction, cynicism, the in great response to life. And it's like we're missing things. You know what I mean? We're seeing... Just because life looks like the way it looks like right now does not define or mean that that's where your life is going to be forever. We got to be, sometimes life, yeah, it does kind of get like repetitive. Get up, go to work, repeat. Get up, go to work, repeat. But it's just like, okay, but you're doing that because, you need, unfortunately, this is what this life is pay bills. They're bringing us to our knees more and more, I find it funny that they're trying to ban TikTok. They found the youth aren't working because they're making money off of TikTok. It's like they found their own way to do something they love and make money from it. And that's what they hate, because it's just like, oh, we could have them as a factory worker. We could have them as this. They're a detriment to this. They're a detriment to that. And it's like, you're a detriment to us. You, the government, is a detriment to us. Can we ban you? Like, you know what I mean? Like, come on. All this nonsense is being invoked by them. Like, in Canada, they're dumping thousands of gallons of milk, because they're regulated and they are told they have to do that. And they're charging us $10 a bag. They're charging us $10 for butter, $10 for eggs. Like, these are essentials that we need. You used to be able to walk in the grocery store with $20 and be like, hey, I could grab a couple loaves of bread. I could grab a carton of eggs, a thing of milk and butter, and we're good. Not anymore. You're lucky if you could walk out with 2 of those things because of tax and everything. It's ridiculous. They sit there and they want us to turn against the grocers and the farmers when it's them. They're the ones setting the price. They're the ones that are sitting there, okay, gasoline is this, It's ridiculous, It's a COVID all over again. Where they're trying to turn us against the doctors and nurses and against each other because, oh, you're not wearing a mask. Oh, you're not vaccinated. They're trying to make chaos. This is why they're trying to digitalize us again. They couldn't do the digital IDs during COVID, and now they're trying to push it again. Oh, Elon Musk is behind it this time. Everybody loves him. It's like, ugh, why don't you chip yourself and shove them where the sun don't shine? Leave people alone, This is why voting count. Well, it's corrupt, so even if you voted people out, they'd still be there. But the change needs to happen, But you got to sit there, honestly, if things are overwhelming, the news can be overwhelming, get yourself in a better mindset. Do something, find a hobby that makes you happy. Hang out with your friends, gaming, dancing, singing, whatever makes you happy. Do those things. You know what I mean? And, you got to make your own happiness. No one is in charge of your own happiness but you. Do the things that put a smile on your face. Life gets boring a little bit. Be thankful that you're bored. Honestly, when I lost Shane, and my life was so chaotic, I couldn't even think straight because I had so many things to figure out in so many weeks' time before we moved. And it's like people are sitting there all over Facebook saying how bored. And I'm like, I was so envious of that boredom. I'm like, oh, to be bored again. You know what I mean? It's just like now I'm bored. I love it. How blessed am I to be bored? You know what I mean? Because it's just like, damn, man. It's like at that time I was like, I would give anything right now not to be bored, or to be bored, and not to live in this chaos right now. But that's what that chaos makes you stronger. You know, I just pray that this is not going to be as toxic and heavy as they're showing. But unfortunately, that's retrograde for you. I really do feel like this is defining the next 5 to 6 years. So we'll see how we move forward. So I hope you guys enjoyed these daily tarot cards for Wednesday, March 29th, 2023. May the universe bless you good. We'll see you for the next daily tarot card.